Indtil da er der nyt fra hele verden. Her er TV-avisen med Line Gertsen.
Men vi begynder med nyheden om, at udlændinge nu skal have lov til at købe de huse, der står til salg i udkantskommunerne, og bruge dem som sommerhuse.
Jest 12. Sławomir Szyźniewski, zapraszam na Infoserwis.
Hier ist das erste deutsche Fernsehen mit der Tagesschau.
Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Phoenix der Tag. Was für ein Tag für Karl Theodor.
Am zweiten Tag seines Deutschlandbesuchs wird Papst Benedikt XVI. Heute in Thüringen erwartet. 5:07 ist es. Schönen guten Morgen.
So Kenny Sutcliffe has agreed to be our tour
Rob,
guide.
how are you?
Good, Kenny, how are you?
So you want the busman's tour?
We do indeed.
Why don't you come through?
We'll take the big door, Kenny.
You're a star, aren't you?
Notice you didn't even have to duck there.
Hello there, welcome to Studio 3, the Nine Network's brand new Sydney news studio here at our headquarters. And it's a great thrill to be working in here. This is the most technologically advanced studio in Australian television. We broadcast, we shoot and we edit on true HD. From this studio we are churning out so much news. We do the early news, the morning news, the afternoon news at 4:30 and of course Nightline to wrap up it all. And then in between we're recording 3 or 4 Qantas bulletins which are played out to the Qantas jet bases around the country, and they're put on our domestic services and then the Qantas international services as well. So that is all coming from here, brand new.
10 seconds.
Stand by D.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4.
4.
D has the opener.
2, 1.
And D's away. Stand by camera 3.
Добрый вечер. В эфире информационная программа «Время». В студии Юлия Панкратова. Главные события этого дня.
Sonntagabend, Punkt 8. Ganz herzlich willkommen bei der ZIP 20. Bürgermeister Klaus Wowereit und die Sensation Piratenpartei. Defekte Entschuldigung für ihre Judenvergleich gibt es auf Druck des Parteichefs jetzt. Die coolste Stadt der Welt, arm, aber sexy. Das war so in etwa das Wahlprogramm des Bürgermeisters.
Damit willkommen zu den Heute-Nachrichten.
16 Uhr die Nachrichten. Herzlich willkommen.
Newstime mit Christiane Gerboth.
Vor dem Buchladen nachts um 2:30.
Es ist ein blutiger Kampf um Freiheit und Demokratie in Libyen. Guten Abend, schön Sie zu sehen, meine Damen und Herren. 10:10 mit diesen Themen heute.
Willkommen zu den Nachrichten.
You're watching the Journal here on DWTV. I'm Brent Goff in Berlin.
And I'm Sarah Kelly with the Business News.
Here are the headlines this hour.
You're at the International Desk, where we bring you the world up to the minute. I'm Jonathan Mann. Happening right now at the iDesk. Signs of new cracks in the Syrian regime.
Live from CNN Center, you're at the International Desk with Jonathan Mann.
Thanks for joining us. We begin in Syria, where new video has emerged from the city of Homs.
I'm Linda Nyberg in Doha with the world news from Al Jazeera. Tribal leaders into the Libyan town of Bani Walid are to meet in the next few hours.
أسعد الله مساءكم.
Welcome back. You're watching Al Jazeera.
There's more to America. More stories, more voices, more points of view.
From our headquarters in New York.
Now there's a news channel with more of what Americans want to know. Al Jazeera America.
Change the way you look at news. Get more depth, more perspectives every day. Introducing Al Jazeera America. There's more to it.
Welcome Her Majesty the Queen to the heart of BBC Broadcasting House and our live newsroom.
Yes, it's a view that we share with our audience every day, but today a unique moment with a very special royal guest.
That is one of the most bizarre bits of television that the BBC has produced for some time. As the Queen makes her way past the BBC News Channel studio, you heard the roar, the spontaneous roar from the journalists within the newsroom.
This is BBC News. I'm Anita McVeigh. The headlines at 8 o'clock. A deal on press regulation, but there's no agreement on whether the new framework is underpinned by law. We'll have the latest from Westminster for you. The other main stories on BBC News at 8. Hello, good evening. Thanks for joining us on BBC News.
Now the studios too are at the cutting edge, largely automated and computer-driven.
For the first time, we are broadcasting in true high definition.
Well, here to explain a little bit more about those changes and our new state-of-the-art newsroom is Nick Hyam, right behind me there.
Yes, indeed. Here it is. It's absolutely enormous, and it's the base for 2,500 journalists. It brings together the BBC's television news, radio news, online news, and for the first time, BBC World Service and 29 language services as well. And some old technology too. Some of us still read old-fashioned newspapers. They tidied that table up, I notice. Journalists, of course, very messy people. And at the back of the room, the galleries, as they're called by the BBC, the studio control rooms. This is the control room for Studio E. Barry, the director, outputting this very programme, and this studio and gallery will be home in the future to the news channel and to all the bulletins on BBC One. Sophie.
Nick, thank you very much. Time now for a look at the weather. Here's Louise Lear. Hi, Louise.
Hi there, Sophie. Well, I tell you what, the Great British Weather trying desperately hard to upstage our new look BBC. I can't believe it.
Regulating the press after the phone hacking scandal, a last-minute deal has been reached by party leaders, but there's still debate over whether or not the system will be underpinned by law. There'll be more on that story throughout the afternoon on the BBC News Channel, but now it's time to join the BBC's news teams where you are. Bye-bye.
What will everyone be talking about tomorrow?
With BBC News, you don't need to wait to find out.
We'll tell you which stories are making the front pages.
And explore the stories behind the headlines.
That's The Papers with me, Clive Myrie.
Or me, Martine Proxall, and our panel of expert guests.
Every night after the news at 10 on the BBC News Channel.
10 years on from the start of the war.
Well, that in a moment or two. First, let's get a roundup of all the sport. Let's head to the BBC Sports Centre and to Damien Johnson. Damien, hello.
Hello.
Hi Matthew, good afternoon to you. We start with some sport for now. You can keep up to date with all those stories on the BBC Sport website. That's bbc.co.uk/sport, and I'll have more in the next hour.
Keith Mann, welcome to Hard Talk.
Thank you.
Let me begin by quoting to you the words of a couple of judges who sat in judgment on cases where you faced the court. One judge described you as a ruthless fanatic. Another said that you are conducting operations bearing all the hallmarks of terrorism. Do you now regret your involvement with the Animal Liberation Front?
中非黄岩岛对峙25天，中国外交部罕见回应80%民众要求武力呼声，称中方坚持外交方式解决。
We now have the greatest political studio. Welcome to America's election headquarters. The brand new studio. Boy, you think Starship Enterprise had some bells and whistles. Take a look. They got the brand new billboard named after Bill Hemmer. This is the brand new billboard. They will go state by state, county by county, analyzing where the vote is strong, where it leans red, where it leans right, and then they'll use this board to kind of analyze exactly how the vote is being tabulated across the country. Remember,
It's actually, this is where all the producers are and where the decisions are made about what will go on the air. As all that information is coming into the remotes here in the control room 4 and all of the urgent wires and everything are hitting, the producers behind me make the decisions about what you will watch from home. Right now, back to you guys down in the newsroom.
This right here is the decision desk. Every stat, every number that comes in will be analyzed by our experts here at the decision desk.
A menace moving through the Gulf of Mexico this morning. We're talking about that massive oil slick bobbing on the water and moving closer to land. Efforts to cap the leaking well are not going well.
Это «Вести столичного региона», в студии Олег Тонканок. Здравствуйте.
Och nu ska vi få nyheter från Aktuellt. Cecilia Gralde och Claes Elfsberg.
Att äta kött ökar risken för att dö i förtid.
God kväll.
Ja, välkommen till en timmes Aktuellt med sport, väder, regionala nyheter och sen en hel del annat också.
Jetzt das Heute-Journal mit Gundula Gause und Klaus Kleber.
Guten Abend. Der Triumph für SPD und Grüne gestern in Nordrhein-Westfalen war für die CDU eine politische Katastrophe.
Kontrastprogramm zu Olympia. Herzlich willkommen zum Mittagsmagazin vom Ersten. Unsere Schlagzeilen heute. Die Kämpfe um die nordsyrische 3-Millionen-Stadt Aleppo werden immer blutiger.
Guten Abend, bienvenue und bonsoir. Schön, dass Sie wieder dabei sind und diese Themen nicht verpassen. Präsident Ahmadinejad nach Wochen des Aufruhrs planmäßig.
Son retour depuis 2008, rien ne semble avoir perturbé son dessein. Vladimir Poutine est élu président de la Fédération de Russie dès ce soir. Bonsoir Alban Mikosi, vous êtes notre correspondant à Moscou cet après-midi, mené de 11 points avant la mi-temps. Les Bleus sont revenus de loin mais n'ont pas trouvé les ressources nécessaires pour faner le trèfle. Grégory Naboulet.
Hello there, welcome to Newsline. It's Thursday, August 23rd. I'm Catherine Kobayashi in Tokyo. 2 Japanese women are on a trip to Turkey they'd rather not have to take.
Welcome to ARIRANG News. This is the late night edition. I'm Sean Lim.
Guten Abend, bonsoir à tous.
Bonsoir à tous et bienvenue dans ce journal.
Those are the headlines from France 24. I'm Claire Pride. Thanks for joining us.
This Sunday, the hard sell. The president wants a jobs bill.
My question to Congress is, what on earth are we waiting for?
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky. Then, from bad to worse, Democrats openly gripe about the president and now question his re-election prospects.
from NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
Good evening. We're going to begin tonight with a crippling trend in America that simply cannot go on without taking entire families with it.
Anti-American rage sweeping the Middle East and North Africa right now. At the center of the violence, Egypt's Tahrir Square. I'm Wolf Blitzer. You're in the Situation Room.
News 4 with live team coverage of this Midtown shooting.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sheba Russell.
And I'm David Ushery. Chuck is off tonight. It is a scene witnesses say they'll never forget.
Call me your tour guide. You can call me your tour guide. You know, I'll wear the little badge and everything. Let me pick you up and show you exactly. Hello, we're still here. Now we'll come over here and we'll show you this brand new studio that we love. You're going to see reporters standing over here like you're used to. Big change is this huge 103-inch plasma screen that reporters are going to stand in front of to deliver news reports. But also, we're going to do weather here now as well.
Thank you so much. We'll see more of it in the days to come.
All right, and that does it for this edition of News 4 New York at 5. Extra is next.
So we thank you for joining us. Good night.
Sledujete hlavní zpravodajskou relaci televize Nova, dnes s Michailou Ochockou a Pavlem Dumbrovským.
Je 7:30 a my vás s Pavlem vítáme u sledování televizních novin. Hezký večer.
This is World News Australia.
Good evening and welcome to SBS World News Australia. I'm Anton Enos.
And I'm Janice Peterson.
Also tonight, the growing menace of politically motivated internet hacking.
Nieudana próba samospalania przed kancelarią premiera zmieniła bieg tego dnia kampanii, ale w wiadomościach przed nami także inne tematy. Krzysztof Ziemiec, witam i zapraszam.
Вы смотрите «Вести», в студии Александр Голубев. Здравствуйте.
Un mozo de 25 anos faleceu en Lugo por un disparo de escopeta. Aparentemente, Luis, trátase dun accidente, non? Que pasou?
Todo nuevo, ¿eh? Todo lo que tenemos es nuevo. Mirá el cambio de colores, mirá la luminosidad que tiene nuestra escenografía.
Esto se aclaró casi en un 100%, lo que es nuestro centro de monitoreo de las noticias.
Mucha
y allá
luz.
tenemos otros colores también.
Pero qué alegría poder estrenar la escenografía. Estamos compartiendo con ustedes este momento tan lindo para todos nuestros compañeros.
Uma situação para acompanhar com a jornalista que está no local.
Tietotekniikan palvelualojen lakko alkaa huomenna aamu 6:00.
Ultima edizione del telegiornale Buonasera. In Italia il premier incaricato. Bonsoir à tous et bienvenue dans votre journal. Il est 19h45, nous sommes le vendredi 4 novembre. Voici les titres de l'actualité.
Bonsoir à tous, guten Abend, soyez les bienvenus dans Arte Journal en ce samedi 21 janvier. Quelles sont les nouvelles de notre monde? La réponse tout de suite avec les titres.
This is Sky News with Mark Longhurst.
Good evening. Divers searching the Costa Concordia lying off the Italian coast have now found the body of a woman, the eighth person.
節電の冬スタートです。こんばんは、ニュース7です。
Tenha uma boa noite, bom fim de semana e já sabes, espero por si amanhã, como sempre, aqui no Telejornal. Fique bem, até lá.